Today, we are celebrating International Women's Day at the Great Northern Warehouse at the Ping Hub. As part of our commitment to achieving gender parity in table tennis, we hosted a community activation and insight session to bring women together and support our understanding on how to better engage and support women and girls in the sport. 17 women attended our morning activation session, which involved free play and coaching and games led by Olympian Andrea Holt.
I'm doing coaching with Table Tennis England, and I'm also playing in the Waterside League team. So that's two different ways, and I really enjoy. We have a social club as well over at our club, and I also play at university as well.
I do lots of things. I played a long time ago, so I played to a quite high standard when I was a junior in my 20s, and then my son started to play, so it's kind of got me back into playing. So I coach the junior team. I've got a women and girls group, and I coach whenever I can at the clubs that I'm involved in.
So I'm playing at our gym club, and also when there isn't a session on, I get to play with Kate quite a bit, to be fair, who's decided to join the league. So, yeah.
Oh, it's great fun, physically and mentally. I think it's just a brilliant sport for the mind as well. And with doing my women and girls, I just feel like any age, any ability can get involved, and you can keep playing till whatever age you want to.
And it just keeps your mind active and just keeps you going and smiling. We have a social club as well, so we have lots of jokes once we sit down and when somebody's waiting to go onto the table. So it's very inclusive and really enjoy it.
I remember when we used to have study breaks, we used to play table tennis at our school, and it you completely engaged, using a different part of your mind, a different part of your body, and so I think it's just an overall sport, but mostly we just have a great time, and it's relaxing at the same time.
I don't like losing.
Fair enough.
I think that the reason why I left in the first place was because there was no women, no girls involved. And I went off to university and there wasn't a team either. So I kind of lost my way a little bit. And that gave me the determination to come back and just try and get women and girls into the sport, because it's a great sport. So that's really hard. It's really, really hard to get in and to get women and girls into the sport.
I don't know, I guess accessibility sometimes, like we are spoiled, to be fair, because we're part of a lovely gym and it's like second home to us. And so to be, when the studio's free, we're there. But there are times when, understandable, the studio's not available. I'm like, so accessibility sometimes. But I know we're lucky, so I know that there's others that don't have the accessibility at the same time, or we know that. So we know that we're spoiled at the same time. That's one. Two is, I guess, we were saying, to be fair, where we're at, and we're quite competitive with each other, but we're talking about like more coaching. We've been saying that. So, places where maybe there's more coaching, there are, but just maybe more investment. And we were talking to the gym about it as well.
We then moved over to Manchester Art Gallery for lunch and an afternoon insight and learning session with 19 women. During the session, we explored thoughts and perceptions on the landscape for women and girls in table tennis, what may prevent women and girls from taking part, and how those barriers could be overcome.
Personally, I think it's because most of the clubs are male-dominated, and it's quite intimidating when you come in and you just want to play, you want to be coached, you want to learn. And there's a hierarchy in the clubs, so they don't want to play you at that beginner level. And I just think you need to build your confidence and build a game before you can be part of the club. So it's getting started, it's getting those women in, and young girls, and keeping the retention's really, really difficult.
But the more they see us, because where our studio is, we've got like a big glass. It's like a glass. One of the walls is like glassed down. So people get to see the table tennis. They can see from the gym, like the main gym. You can see from the pool. So some people come in just like nosy about. So when they see representation by women anyways, That's one. Two is like when we're in the changing room, we're always telling people, oh, yeah, just come, you know, just come.
Several key themes emerged from the session, including the need for altering the narrative of women and girls' participation, enhanced exposure of positive role models, connecting the women and girls community, and improving school experiences.
I think in my area particularly, we've hardly got any young girls coming through. We've got quite a few vets who are still playing, so they'll go on, you know, and they play at quite a high level. But when we take our juniors to the Junior British League or county, we've got very, very few. So I think it's starting from the basics, trying to get into schools, into primary schools, into secondary schools. And I'm a teacher as well, so I would love that support around me where I could go in and be a coach during PE lessons, maybe support GCSE PE coursework, and just try and bring them in that way and introduce them into the local clubs.
In a sense, it's like the more events like that we have like this, for example, it invites other women just by what people see. So it's representation. It's always representation. You know, it's representation of women, not only women of color. You know, women, just a variety. And so I think that really helps. You know, disability maybe. You know, it's always going to be representation. It just speaks so much louder, doesn't it? Yeah.
We will continue to build on our understanding in this area, with insights helping to guide and inform our work towards gender parity and engaging and supporting women and girls in table tennis.